then we'll all introduce ourselves. Does that sound okay?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll walk us through it.
What?
Hello, welcome everyone. Nice to see some names I recognize. Great. Well, my name is Amelia. I'm from Diggity. I'm here today with Missy, Anna, and Kendra, and we have a little brief introduction about ourselves and then some art prompts to do this afternoon. So I hope you're feeling creative. Hope this is a good break in the day. Hope you've been enjoying the conference. So I'm going to go into a little slideshow just to introduce Diggity for those of you who don't know us, and then we'll all say a little about ourselves.
Oh, that's the fashion show.
Yeah, I hope you like that picture. I love that picture of you guys.
Yeah, I love that night.
Okay, so just a little bit about Diggity. We are an arts-based community support program located in downtown Portland, 643 Congress Street in downtown Portland, if you're ever there. We've been closed, obviously, with the pandemic, but when it's not a pandemic, our gallery is open to the public and we sell artwork and t-shirts and prints and other really cool merch. And it's always a really welcoming environment with, a lot of folks who love to chat, and it's, yeah, great place to stop if you're downtown. So Diggity.
Yeah, you can't stop now because the studio not open
No,
because
it's
of the
been
virus.
pretty locked up.
Well, somebody asked me when are we gonna update stuff and put an artwork online for people to buy stuff from where they live.
Soon, I think. Probably in
Okay,
June.
that's what they would ask, and somebody would ask me in the building, like, when is it gonna be for people to buy artwork from home?
We usually have a pretty active Etsy page where we sell stuff online. So these were just some pictures from our Instagram. This is a new desk we got for the front gallery. This is kind of what it looks like in there. And then I think these were our top 9 from Instagram. So this looks like Special Olympics. And then this is a great coffee mug that an artist named Doria made. It says elephant slurping coffee with Bon Jovi on his back. So that's just sort of an example of the kind of neat stuff we make. This is an artist named Gabe. He had a show at Pinecone and Chickadee, and we actually painted a bunch of his cartoons right on the wall and sold a bunch of merch. Yeah, just to give a little flavor of what we get up to. This one with these 2 hosts is from Variety Show, which is an event we put on every year, which I'll talk about in a minute. Okay, but obviously things have been pretty different this last year. We've had to pivot. We've been doing a lot of our classes on Zoom. Kendra, this is dance class, right? Does this look like dance?
Yeah, I don't know why this is on.
I picked
I thought we were just doing art.
We are, yeah. And this is just like a brief
Yeah.
intro. But yeah, Kendra is also a dancer. Okay, so we're here today with Kendra and Narina. I think I'm going to stop the share briefly just so Kendra and myself and Missy Anna can introduce ourselves, and then I'll come back to this slideshow. So I'll just say hey again. So I'm Amelia. I have been working with Diggity for about 6 years now as a direct support professional, and then later as a program administrator. And in my current pandemic role, I'm kind of like extracurricular community art support staff. So getting to do really cool things like this. And we've also been doing this great interview series that Kendra's been a part of, where we interview an artist from the community and have like a back and forth and just learn about each other as makers. So yeah, Kendra, you did one with the dancer Sunny Hit, which was really fun.
Yeah, I was eating. As you were recording, and I was like, oops, that doesn't look very good.
It
Oh
doesn't matter,
well.
we're doing it from home, so it doesn't matter, they can't be picky.
Yeah, that's the beauty of Zoom. You can eat during, interviews. Hi, Liz.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
drop
I
that
don't
intro in the
tend to
chat.
eat with my mouth closed.
Yeah, I'm going to pass it to Missy Anna. Maybe just, I don't know, you could talk about how long you've been coming to Diggity, what kind of stuff you like to do. I don't know, anything, just like a brief intro to say hello.
I've been coming to Bob Disney about. I came a year before Miller did, the same time Jonathan did. So it's gotta be around around 6 years or something, 6 or 7. I'm not exactly sure. I know I saw it around. I know that they were shorthanded and they were waiting for one staff, and I saw it at the same time as another staff did named Jonathan, and we pretty well saw it around the same time. But I never been in a day program. Sure, they went to Bob, didn't they? Because nobody said I qualify for anything. So that's the first day program I ever been in. So I do like it that I don't have to deal with a ramp just to get into the building. Then another program that the ramp is bad. It's steep.
Yeah.
So what
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
that's why I was saying that there's one day program in Westford and the ramp isn't good. So I'm glad we don't have to have one.
Yeah, we're right on ground level. What are some of your favorite things that you do at Bomb Diggity? I know you're a big woodworker.
Woodworking. I wrote a song and the variety show. I kind of put Kendra in charge of the variety show, so I'd be like nervous. Even though she didn't have to do anything besides just sit there smile, I wouldn't be nervous.
I can't really do anything like speaking in front of big crowds anyway, because I have anxiety disorder and it makes me feel uncomfortable.
Well,
so I just sat there.
Yeah. Oh, I have traumatic stress disorder. That's why I just had to smile and sit there because I can't.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, doing the facial lip bit, that's a big thing. And swimming, I miss that. I can't wait till it's safe to go swimming so we can go back in the water. That's about it.
Kendra, do you want to introduce yourself and say what you like to do?
I don't know. I am an athlete when there's no pandemic. I go to main handicap skiing when there's no pandemic, and I go to Pine Tree Camp for like almost 2 weeks. It's 10 to 11 days overnight when there's no pandemic. When there is a pandemic, it's during the day or one overnight. And we at that camp go boating, and kayaking and a lot of outdoor things. And last year I saw a loon in a kayak, which I never seen in my life. At camp, I'm like, so the birds come out when there's a pandemic, but when there's no pandemic, there is no birds. Oh.
And they do art at camp too.
And we do art. I'm a big fan of doing art at camp as well as home. So I always come back home with a bunch of different treasures in my suitcase to fill up my room. And I've done a lot of Zoom art at program. I wouldn't get it out right now except for I would make a huge mess in my room, and I just already picked it up. So
There's some artwork behind you. I don't know if that's Zoom art, but
no, it's not Zoom. I don't do canvas for Zoom art because it's too hard to carry back and forth. And I do have to bring in my Zoom art from program because we're going to have a Zoom art show, which I don't know how they're gonna do that. I guess when we're not there, they'll have a link at night where you can go on and look at the Zoom artwork. Or I shouldn't say that because I don't really know, but
Yeah, they tell you bring your artwork back from program, and with me, I said no, so I drop out of the group because I take the public bus. I'm not taking all my artwork on the bus.
fair enough. Yeah, Bomb Diggity is reopening in person in June, and we'll be having a big art show of a lot of the artwork that's been made during Zoom times. So I think that's what you're talking about, Kendra. I'm going to jump back
yeah,
into my slideshow because I have a few examples of Kendra and Narina's work because they're both very accomplished artists and I don't know, performers, I would say. I know, Kendra, you just said you hate talking in front of big groups, but you've done it a lot and you are good at it. Okay, so this is from probably Special Olympics like 4 years ago. Maybe you guys know. I don't remember. Like this.
That was taken. We didn't go to Special Olympic last year, so it was taken the year before.
Yeah, that sounds right.
So it was when I was so excited. I raced to get that guy that was being mean to Kendra, and I won. And so I'm showing the medal, and then Kendra got another medal for, I think it was either softball or wheelchair, and she was racing against the same person. So that's when
yeah, that's why we show our medals together
I don't
because
think I do that. Sorry.
the staff took pictures of us because they know that we're friends, and some people think it's cute that we've known each other for years, so that's why they take pictures of us.
I don't know if I'd say cute, but it's nice.
Well, it was
long-term
very nice
friendship.
racing to get the guy that was mean to Kendra and me, showing them just because I'm a lady doesn't mean you can't do anything.
It's good. It's a good photo. Okay, let's see here. Oops.
Now,
Sorry about that. Let me share screen again.
okay, we seen that one.
Yeah, sorry.
Next one.
He's a little frozen or something. Let me see what's going on.
Kendra, I didn't know you were frozen.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well,
I'm
Ellen
not
are back up
frozen.
here. I might need to reset my internet real quick. Let's see if that fixes it.
I'm not frozen. And that's Amelia. I'm
That's
fine.
your picture. She froze your picture.
Well,
Okay.
pictures are not
Can you hear
supposed to
me?
be moving.
Okay, hopefully we're good now. I'm still here, right? Okay, sweet. Thank you.
Yeah.
The pleasures of Zoom. I'm in a basement.
Pictures don't move unless you're in Harry Potter. Then they move.
Okay, so these, everybody can see this now, right?
Yeah.
Shout if you can. Okay, so I know these are old, Kendra, but I just love these. These are some pen and ink drawings with watercolor that Kendra did a few years ago of houses in the West End. Do you remember these, Kendra?
Yeah. Danielle has one.
Yeah, I feel like you sold both of them. They're so beautiful. Okay, so that's one example of the kind of work you do. Come on.
If anyone wants a drawing of the house, you just will have to let my program manager know, and I can draw your house as long as we have
Yeah,
black
put your
pens.
info in the chat. We'll we'll look it up.
Yeah, with
Thanks,
flower
Kelsey.
around it. The weather's getting nice.
Well, it will
I'm
have
gonna
to be
go-
when we go back to program. I don't have black pens right now.
okay,
Don't.
this one
No.
on this unicorn, this pink blue unicorn, I feel like this is more representative of your work. Kendra, you always draw like really colorful, fantastical things. And then this was a portrait you did of Linda Sarsour a couple years ago.
Yeah, I think that lady is a Muslim lady.
Yeah, she's Palestinian.
But
I
I drew it tan. I meant to draw her skin brown, but I think I didn't have. So it doesn't look exactly like her. I don't think.
I love the colors. Did someone have a comment? Sorry, I think I cut someone off. Nope. Okay. Okay, so a couple more examples.
But can't remember what she was famous for.
I think at the time you did the portrait, it was around the Women's March.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, we did some research on different people.
But I know that lady with the orange coat that you just went by.
Oh yeah, I know too. So Missy Anna had an idea to make a coloring book, and then we took donations for the coloring book, and then all the donations went to the Ronald McDonald House charity. Missy Anna, you want to talk about that project at all?
Yeah, Brenda and me made a coloring book. I spent a lot of time at Boston growing up to raise money for the Ronald McDonald House.
Yeah, I remember. You said that do you want to share your story about like spending time in hospitals and?
You got my permission to say that part.
Okay, thanks.
But you can go on.
Yeah, when we made the coloring book, you were talking about how you've spent a lot of time waiting around, for various things in hospitals, and how you just wanted to like brighten someone else's day by, having something fun to do, fun to think about. So, yeah, that was a nice project. That was a couple years ago, I guess. Okay, and then also, like you said, you do a lot of woodworking at Bomb Diggity. Do you want to talk about this dollhouse?
Sorry, the doll.
Oh, it's okay.
And that dollhouse I made for my daughter because we're at her place where she lived with my mom. She would put in her doll all over the place, all over the apartment, and they should be in a cubby, not all over the place. So made the dollhouse, and now all her dolls are laying in the dollhouse instead of scattered all over the apartment.
Nice. Okay, and I saw that Kelsey is here from Space Gallery. So this image is from Variety Show at Space Gallery. Variety Show is a multimedia event that Bomb Diggity puts on with the art department once a year. I think we've done 3 or 4. And before that, it was TV show. But we show short films that artists from Bomb Diggity and the art department have made. And there's live music. You can see a band in the corner here. We made a bunch of set pieces for this particular year. And this shot is from a fashion show, which I believe was Missy Anna's idea, right, Missy Anna?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think I've got some more. Oh, this is I'll go to the next one. But so this is an example of one of the short films that we screened. This is a stop motion animation by Kendra called Dancing Bear Ballerina. Do you want to say something about that, Kendra?
That's an old media piece.
Yep. But you did
can
all
find
of
it on YouTube. All you're doing is like the Bomb Diggity Arts. Go to videos and you press in Bomb Diggity Arts and you can view a whole bunch of media clips at home on YouTube if
I'll
you
drop a
like.
link to it in the chat before the end of the class today. Because it's
Okay.
great. It's really funny and the drawings are incredible. But okay, so here's another picture from the fashion show. This is our friend Jackie.
That's Jackie.
Yeah, wearing a fabulous sash and flowers. I think for the most part we bought Goodwill dresses and then suits and things and adapted them, and
we made the slats, and I still got my slats at home.
Nice.
course, it got moved around from one bag to another when I would fit and stuff up, but I still have it.
Nice. Yeah, it was so fun, and everyone looked so beautiful. And then Noreen or Missy Anna, you had another idea. I think it was either the year after, or maybe the year
Yeah,
after.
we did a puppet show.
Yeah,
And
do you remember what the puppet show was about? I was trying to.
the puppet show,
cooking.
we were supposed to be cooking, but not burning down the place.
Yeah.
People how to turn off the stove when they're done with it, because one of the hazards the fire people always say on the news is some people forget to turn off the stove when they're done, so a place might burn down. And we were doing a safety thing and not making sandwiches, toasted cheese sandwich. And we had cookie and not burning down the place, making sure everything is safe.
Right. Yeah, it was great. Kendra also performed one of the puppets. Y'all made the puppets with paint and paper mache and yarn.
Yeah, and one of the puppet have hearing on it.
Yeah, the purple face, right? That's kind of you, Missy Anna, right? With the glasses.
Yeah, I wanted to let people know about hearing aid. But when I was growing up, we did puppet show for therapy. My mom idea, because there wasn't no help. And my mom always talked about special and don't be ashamed with your hearing aid, and make sure you put it in on for people to see, so other people won't be ashamed with it.
Kendra, do you remember which puppet was supposed to be you? The blue one?
I don't know. I think the pink one, because I think that's around the time that my cousin died, and I was painting everything in pink to honor her memory.
Yeah, I believe that was you, because I had you set up a certain way because your chair. Mine is
Yeah,
different.
so I believe the pink puppet was me, because I wanted to paint everything in pink that year.
Nice. So I'm realizing we should probably get on with the art portion of this class. We're almost through this, but this was just a great shot of you two speaking on stage after the puppet show, and just I don't know.
What the heck am I wearing?
That
A
was
dress
you
with
do
your
have
coat
something on
on.
your lap. Yeah, I think you have your coat. The dress was
And what's in my hair? I don't know.
Oh, that's your headband. I was wondering what I tried to buy you another headband, but you said you love to wear that one.
I don't know.
I don't remember.
I don't know. Maybe that was a camp headband. I don't know.
I was gonna buy
I
you a
was
new
like,
headband.
okay.
This is a painting of two houses by Missy Anna. I thought it was a good segue into our first.
And that's supposed to be in the other corner is supposed to be a communication device that I've been wishing for.
Oh, cool. I was wondering. It kind of looked like watercolors to me, but that's great.
Yeah, it's a little communication device. That's why it's queer.
So I don't want to take too much more time with talking. We'll get to making some art, but our first idea was to make a drawing of a welcoming home, and we have a little art prompt I'll put up on the screen. But I just wanted Missy Anna and Kendra maybe briefly to talk about like what your dream home or apartment looks like. I know you both are pretty happy with your living situations now.
I don't have my own place. So,
But
for
you have your
various reasons, the state tells me I don't have enough money. And my caseworker thinks I have too much anxiety. So she thinks I would not be happy if I had
but
my
you have your
own
own bedroom,
place.
so you fit your bedroom up the way you want it.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you have so I won't say where you live obviously, but you live in a farmhouse and you have like a bedroom space and then also like an art studio space, right?
Well, I kind of do have my own place anyway because I have two different. I have this green room and then a blue room in the back of me, and then I have my own bathroom, so it's kind of like I have my own apartment, but not really, but it's suitable for me because it feels like I have my own apartment and I live with one of my own staff. So they took me on and now they're my shared living provider.
What do you like about living there?
I don't know, I can do really what I want to do and I can go outside and I can watch Netflix and that sort of thing. And I can paint stuff and plus I can keep my cat who is like maybe almost 17 years old by now. He's not quite 17, but he's like maybe 14 or 15 this year. I don't know. He's pretty getting up there in age.
I'm impressed he's still around.
Yeah.
This
So
picture,
isn't my mom, because I've had him in like 3 different group homes that I used to live at. So.
does he like it there, the farmhouse?
Yeah, he can go outside versus when I was living in a group home, I didn't dare let him go outside because sometimes he will wander off and he won't come back. And he'll try and wander off and go into different people's houses and stuff. So,
I'm gonna jump to Miss Anna, because I know the apartment that you live in now, you were trying to live here for a long time, right? You wanted to live in a place like this.
Yeah,
Yeah. What do you like about the apartment you live in now?
I like the apartment. I just don't like the new amendments. And there's one janitor I don't care for, but all the rest of them are good.
I know you're a big fan of the bathroom there. What?
Yes, I can live in the bathroom if I had my way. Yeah, because it's the first time I actually had an apartment that I can actually don't have to worry about bumping in the wall to go to the bathroom to use the bathroom and take a shower.
You said, so we met earlier to talk about this class, and you said something about, when you're designing the hallway for an apartment building, like think about 2 wheelchairs going side by side, right?
Yeah, because I was watching that home makeover show recently, and the father was in the war and got paralyzed partially, but then the son got in an accident and got paralyzed. So have to think about when people remodel apartment or build something. Number one, they don't always fit the bathroom accessible in the kitchen. They do the bedroom in the living room, but what are you gonna do if you want to cook?
Okay. I'm gonna pull up our first prompt. I think we go to 12:45, so maybe we'll do, I don't know, 10 minutes or so on this one. Okay. So prompt number 1, creating a welcoming home. Using any art material you like, 2D or 3D, imagine a welcoming home. It can be a house or an apartment or a yurt or anything you can imagine. This can be a literal representation of a home, or you can make it more abstract. For instance, you could make an abstract drawing or painting using the colors you find most welcoming. It could be for yourself or for someone else. So I said 15 to 20 minutes, but maybe we'll just take 10 so we have time for our second prompt. And then it's totally optional if you feel like sharing these, but I think there'll be a little bit of time at the end where we could pop pictures into the chat and maybe have a short discussion. But it's really just about having fun. I'm gonna, does anyone want me to leave this prompt up? Maybe I can even, I'll pop the description into the chat too. But yeah, we'll take 10 minutes, so maybe come back at 12:30. So feel free to keep your video on or off. It's up to you. And then we'll check back in at that time. Any questions? There's really no wrong way to go. Kendra, Miss Deanna, that sound good? Feel we'll just stay on.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna.
Okay,
Let.
that works. Oh, Narina, you said something interesting too when we met about doorbells. Like, does your doorbell have a light on it so that you can
Yeah.
if you can't hear it?
Yep.
That was cool. I thought that was an interesting point.
Yeah, and there's some baby new technology out there that a monitor, like a video, that it will vibrate if a baby is crying, if a mother is deaf or hard of hearing. It's a new technology. I don't think it was around back when your kids were young. I think they came years later.
I have a video monitor, but it doesn't vibrate for sure. No, it's just got regular.
It vibrate and then light flashing on it that go up and down. Yeah, the video, it go light flashing and then it vibrate.
That sounds really cool.
So what are they going to do, Amelia? Show us their artwork?
Yeah, we have one other prompt after this one. So people will get a chance to make 2 pieces of art if they want. And then hopefully we'll have a couple minutes at the end where people can share their photos.
What do they do with it? Just like after they get done with the photos that they draw,
Totally up to them.
do they sell it?
Maybe some people.
I usually give my artwork away for a Christmas gift.
I do that too.
You said this is like a volunteer organization. They volunteer.
Kind of. This is part of the main philanthropy conference. Do you know what philanthropy means?
No.
It's kind of like, I mean, someone could explain it better than me, but philanthropy is like when you I don't know, you do good works in your community, either by like, making money available or volunteering or yeah, so it's a bunch of different organizations that are doing good work projects in Maine.
Oh, okay. It's like what we've been to in person. We've been to like a couple of fundraising conferences
Yeah,
before.
kind of similar. I saw like, Mayo Street Arts, Kendra?
No, the only art places I'm familiar with its main College of Art and Portland Art Museum.
Mayo Street Arts, we actually filmed there once, but yeah, so they're another arts organization, but it's a nonprofit. I don't know. There's a lot of different kinds of philanthropy organizations you could be from.
And I know something else too, but I can't think of the name of it. It's a place where you don't go to a day program. You don't qualify for a day program, but you can go and hang out. Norina knows what it is.
Oh, they were in the process of closing it.
Oh, that's where you met your husband, right? Over
Are
Are you
there.
talking about the Root Cellar?
No.
No.
They closed that program, and that's why
A Vesta program or something like that.
yeah, it's a program called like to give people something to do instead of go out and do dumb stuff.
Yeah.
It was called Amazon, but the super system decided to close the door.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Amistad. Yeah.
Yeah, give people something to do instead of be like depressed like you can,
Wonder
and then
if we-
have
no
something to
pressure.
do. Or they would have something to do, but they program there's nothing there anymore. It's a shame.
No
But-
pressure from anyone who's drawing, but if anyone wants to, talk about what organization they're from and like, what kind of philanthropy they do, could be interesting. But no pressure.
Maybe they'll get a new building because all the rest of the building, the movie theater closed, so maybe they'll get a new building. Would be nice.
Yeah, I know the telling room. Yeah. Do you want to talk at all about what kind of stuff the telling room does?
Yeah, sure. So we're a literary arts nonprofit. So we do a lot of writing, especially with young folks, so with youth. And we have a lot of after school programs. We do some work with the immigrant and refugee community in Maine. And we publish books by them, which is really cool. So students will come to us and write poetry or stories, or sometimes even like a full-length novel. And we publish those works. And we also do some work with educators and teachers in schools. And it's pretty fun. We have a good time. We have a great time writing and sharing. So you should stop by sometime. We are on Commercial Street.
We should.
I definitely do want to write my own book someday and get
Yeah.
in touch with like a publisher, but I don't know how much it will cost for me to publish a book.
Well, the way that publishing works is that they pay you usually to write and publish a book. If somebody's charging you to make your book, that's not a good situation.
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And you should start with a kid book. Because then work your way up to a grown-up book, because most people get book published, they start with a kid book.
Yeah, we do have some kids
Yeah.
books, like picture books that our students have written specifically for like younger readers.
How do you, I have one question, and I always wondered this because people forget about those kind of people. If you knew somebody that was blind, how would you get the book engraved? And you saw a book at the store and you're like, oh, what could you do to get that book engraved?
That is an
It
excellent
means
question.
Braille.
Yeah, I actually do not have the answer to that, but I really
Could
appreciate
check
you
that
asking.
out in the future? That's the question I've been wanting all my life.
I will look it up.
So there's a lot of
Maybe
people
like
out,
a Braille translator. That would be awesome. If you could like.
there's
send-
a lot
Yeah.
of people out there that are like, that are blind and they wanted to know how to get the book engraved. I kind of wonder how they did it. I watched the home makeover show. They got some of the book engraved, but they didn't say how they did it, and I kind of wonder how.
I appreciate you asking that. I'm going to look into that, Miss Anna. And I know some folks publish books with larger print. so that they
Right.
are easier to read for folks who might have vision difficulties, but
Right.
I'm not sure how that
first
works.
it's blind, they want to have it to look a certain book.
I'll have to do some research and get back to you. I'll send the Bomb Diggity folks an email and let you know.
Yeah, was just curiosity. That's just one thing I've been curiosity for a while. It's just good question.
I'm gonna pop back in with our second prompt. If you're really into this prompt and you just want to keep working on it, I say go with it. We've got about 15 minutes left to class here, but I'll throw our second one on just to broaden the discussion a little bit. But yeah, no wrong thing to focus on here. Oh, I just love this picture of you painting a unicorn, Kendra.
Yeah.
Yeah, so our second prompt was about imagining the perfect city, and then just maybe before we talk about
Oh
it.
yeah, I forgot. I gotta tell them something.
Yeah, go for it.
Um, but if you're looking for like a painting or something that I did, if you want to buy it, sometimes it might not be there because my manager told me that some of my artwork got damaged in the fire because they had the water damage. So if you're looking for a specific painting, I might not remember how to do it.
Yeah, I'll
'Cause
find out which ones. Yeah,
that's,
fortunately, Bomb Diggity didn't catch on fire, but the apartment above Bomb Diggity did. No one was
yeah,
hurt.
and it
But
ruined our artwork
yeah, our
in the
gallery got
process.
pretty flooded by the sprinkler system. um, yeah, it was like right after the pandemic too. It was
So
just
they had to throw out our artwork, a lot
untrue.
of it.
Yeah, but I don't feel like a lot of your stuff wasn't in the gallery at the time. But yeah,
Well,
anyway, good
yeah,
disclaimer. But yeah, so about cities. So when we met and talked about cities, yeah, what are some, I don't know, maybe we could start with complaints or gripes. Missy Anna and Kendra, like what are some things you'd like to see improved about your experience like moving through a city like Portland or Westbrook?
well, for
I
my,
consider um there's a day program in Westford. I would ask to go to it because they did swimming, but I said no way. I was asked to go one day a week, but I said no because the ramp is too steep and it's not handy. It's too steep, it'll go like this, and that's not safe. So number one thing that they need to fit a different place it is some of the ramp. They handicap acceptable, but how can it be handicap acceptable if the ramp is like this? I
yeah,
don't
I
think
know what
that
you're talking about. 'Cause I had a group home that had ramps that were made out of tar, and sometimes it's too big to like push your wheelchair up and down a ramp that's made out of tar. So somebody has to help you.
I don't know if I haven't been in that building for years, but I know what righty the ramp was like. When I did swimming there a long time ago was like that. And that's not safe. So if people want to approve some of the building, they should approve on the ramp so people can get into the building.
I was muted, sorry. Okay, so I just put the prompt up about imagining the perfect city. If you wanted to get started on it, what does your perfect city look like? How wide are the sidewalks? Are there roads? How much green space is there? Are there gardens? What does the playground look like? What are the buses like? Using 2D or 3D materials, imagine the perfect city. This can also be a literal design map of something more abstract. It can be a piece
The
of
buses are better. They're
better.
more acceptable. It's other, they have a big giant bus that hold 3 wheelchair. There's one that hold 2 wheelchair. They're a lot better, the bus it, but
Yeah, because
Some of the business and ramp are bad.
Well, I'd say the sidewalks need improving.
Yeah, I know I got hurt on the sidewalk several times.
yeah. What's winter like for you both?
Well, winter's no good because half of the time they don't shovel the sidewalks in the city, so and then when they do, sometimes you have to climb over big piles of snow, and then you practically fall down, so you
Yeah, they
can't.
don't shovel good in this neighborhood in the winter. To get out of the apartment, they do. But when you get to the bus stop, you have to wait in the street because they don't shovel the bus stop area. And they don't shovel good in Westford either, Kendra. You have to bring
And
2 pairs.
shoveling definitely needs to be improved in Portland.
It's bad in Westford too. It's bad everywhere. I have to bring 2 pairs of socks, wear 1 pair, and then change my socks when I get to the program.
I can't imagine if they will remember to shovel the sidewalk next winter because we've been practically kept inside all winter because of the virus. So if they will remember to shovel us out, probably not.
Narina, do you want to talk about in playgrounds where you've seen swings that are you can like put a whole wheelchair on the swing, right? Is that
Yeah,
yeah? Are there any playgrounds that that have that you?
not around here, only at camp.
Mm,
But we do have we should do a survey someday because there's a lot of business that closed due to the corona. And like the movie theater. See if there's an old place that somebody wouldn't mind remodeling and making a playground for the wheelchair.
like an
But
indoor playground, you mean?
yeah,
Yeah, cool.
and that swing that they had one at Riverton and they didn't update it, so it got tore down, Mom said, and so they don't have swing for the wheelchair. They say the playground handicap accessible, but it's not on even ground.
Gotcha.
And I did my own checking out online, and nope, not handicap accessible.
What
They
are some?
say you want to make it handicap accessible, you must know somebody, and Millipat's is quite terrible. Anyway, you must have somebody you know that you know a physical therapy person that can go look at the playground how it should be. If a building get a model, because then the physical therapy person know what's acceptable or not. That's why I said you picked that special criteria because your son is in therapy.
I know some good physical therapists. We just have a few minutes left here. If you want to share any of your artwork, you're very welcome to in the chat. If you want to say anything, if you have any questions for Kendra or Missiana, or just want to make a comment, we'll just open it up to whatever at this point. Oh, thanks for sharing, Liz. Oh, it's beautiful.
Oh, wow.
I wonder if I can pin you for everyone.
You paint fast. Faster than I paint.
What did she paint?
Trees.
So yeah, I was thinking about my ideal home, and all I could think of was just being outside with the birds and the trees and animals and flowers and everywhere. And I was inspired by all the color in your pieces. So I just really appreciate you sharing your work and talking about it, because it opened up a lot for me. And I just want to show you one thing quick. Please. I don't know if you can read it the right way, but I bought this at Diggity. It says, "Portland is my home and art is my job." And I look at it every day I'm an artist too. And I need a lot of inspiration, especially over the past year. And when I look at this and all the work that I have from Diggity artists, it just has pulled me through and made me really want to create. So thank you.
Have you ever looked at the art for the kids on YouTube, some of the little video?
No, I'm so
Oh.
glad you mentioned it because I'm going to now.
Well, there's some artists that have special needs that are very smart and they're very good at their art. You'll be surprised at what you see. I watch them on YouTube.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of little girl and there's a bunch of guys, but I got two favorite little girl that are so cute on YouTube that are good at it.
What are
One
their
paint with their feet. One is around 7 years old that paint with their feet. And the other one, she love art. She can't see because she was born without eyes, but she's very good at it.
Thanks for sharing, Liz. I didn't finish mine, but I also went to the natural kind of environment. Also my ideal home. So I'm going to read this from Narina. Responding to the Braille publishing question, it looks like there are different businesses that can translate and manufacture books into Braille. I don't know that we've done that before at the Telling Room, but I'm going to bring it up to my colleagues. Looks like a habit hole. Kimberly, do you want to share your art? Thanks for sharing, Rylan.
I was just going to say, there's a theme going here. I think many of us are inspired by nature. So the house or the place is a lot less important than I think the natural supports around it to me.
Definitely.
Inspired by you all. Thank you.
Anna, I'm going to read this. I wrote a little bit from the prompts, but unfortunately cannot copy paste it in. Thank you for the inspiring prompts, though. This is a great last workshop. Doreen says, Missy Anna, your idea of repurposing land that a building is no longer used at to create a park is a great idea. And thanks, Liz.
Yeah, because there's a bunch of buildings, and then somebody was telling me to go to Bob Dignity. Where she go to the music area? It's kind of tiny. The music hang. I would go if it wasn't in that location because of too much traffic. It would be nice to have a bigger building for music that would make it more acceptable and stuff.
Thanks, Rylan. Yeah, we can wrap up. It's just about 12:45. Thank you all for coming. Thank you, Kendra and Missy Anna, for sharing your.
You're welcome. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.